This Green Bay house was leased back in February to a woman trying to become a first-time homeowner. Her lease that she signed spells out that the house must meet city code by May 1st. She says she was never told there were outstanding city violations when she signed the contract.
The contract states that the tenant is responsible for all repairs. That in and of itself is a violation of law. Landlords are responsible for major structural repairs, for situations where the tenant had absolutely nothing to do with the circumstances or the conditions of the home.
This area here, it's all bubbled up.
On this visit, the same items cited by the city months before still existed unrepaired, a leaking and structurally unsound front porch outside and stopped up drains to start.
We have rotted subfloor here. There are issues with window screens that don't fit. There's paint that's peeling, probably lead paint. There's electrical issues on the inside. Much of the inside is unfinished. I'm waiting for the roof to start leaking.
But it was the discovery of a broken water main in the basement combined with an uncovered sewage cleanout that forced the inspector to condemn the property on the spot, putting the inspector in the position of forcing this family of 8 out of their home or call the owner and try to get things fixed so that they could stay. So we contacted the owner, Kaja Holdings.
There's a broken pipe in the basement. It seems to be a supply water pipe. It's just gushing all over the place. Their bathroom drains are not draining. There's an open clean out in the basement that spilled sewage on the floor. Along with all the other concerns we have for the property, I have to condemn it.
On the call, a man claiming to be the owner of Kaja Holdings tells him that the company will get things fixed.
He asked if it was, my phone number was the one that was showing up on his phone, and I said yes. It's a private number. He wouldn't be able to see it. See if he could call my private number.
Days later, the resident still had not heard from Kaja and had the repairs done herself, something the city says never had to happen if Kaja had just fixed all the issues that were cited last fall. In documents we obtained, it clearly shows in the fall of 2015, Kaja was informed of issues cited in the home, yet Kaja leased the house in February with none of the repairs completed. On that November report is a note from an inspector that there was a lease-to-own sign now in the yard.
Under law, the company is legally bound to disclose those housing orders to the prospective tenant prior to entering into any kind of agreement. In the law, it clearly states that the landlord or the owner is obligated to physically show the prospective tenant the actual documents ordering the repairs. This was not done.
In detailing records with this property, 5 Investigates found Kaja purchased this house from a bank for $13,350. The lease-to-own contract requires the resident to do all the required work and sells the house to her for $88,000. That's a profit margin of more than 600%. The contract also charges the resident $250 a month for property taxes. That generates $3,000 a year. We checked Brown County tax records, and the taxes last year were $1,700. The Kaja charge generates an additional $1,300 a year for the company, while at the same time, the resident earns roughly $75 a month in credit toward buying the home.
You have to understand this is a rent-to-own situation, and in the initial part of this agreement, it is still a rental, and the company is still the landlord or the owner and must comply with the regulations of being a landlord and an owner.
In other records that 5 Investigates obtained, we found a phone number for a Kaja representative, John Pincelli. According to documents, he told inspectors he was the owner of Kaja, but 5 Investigates found he's also a corporate officer of Vision Property Management. In fact, he's the general counsel and chief compliance officer of Vision. We called him to ask about any plans Kaja or Vision Property Management may have for the properties.
Hello, this is John Pincelli with Vision Property Management. I'm sorry I'm not able to take your call right now, but if you'll leave a message, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Tom and Aaron, we made that call on Monday, August 8th, and still no response from Mr. Pincelli. Also, no response from the Vision Property Management Chief Information Officer, who we were told would call us back on August 3rd. Now, since we started reaching out to Vision Property Management, trying to get their side of the story, the city tells me Vision and Cadre representatives have made contact with the inspection department, and the city has been told that the company is putting together a plan to get the issues with these homes fixed and possibly even reduce the rent for some Cadre renters who are dealing with having to fix major structural and safety issues. Of course, we'll keep an eye on how this progresses and let you know what comes of it. Tom and Aaron, back to you.